Hello, good morning. I am Mohammed Anas, along with my fellow group members Shweta, Nabil, Braj, and Sahiba, would like to present an overview on the article Sustainability and Branding. Before going on to the concept of the sustainability, I would first like to discuss about the emergence of sustainability, how the sustainability concept was emerged in the business world. As you see, back in the Industrial Revolution, the consumption and the utilization of the environmental resources were going at a very fast pace. People were not aware about the sustainable concept, and they were utilizing the environmental products to a very fast pace. Therefore, the concept of sustainability was incorporated around back in the 1960s and 70s. According to the definition of the WCDC, sustainability means to fulfill the needs of the present environment without sacrificing the needs of the future generation. This definition basically means that people and the organization should use the environmental resources to a certain limit, that they do not cross the level of scarcity, because if they're going to go cross the level of scarcity, people coming in the future would face scarcity for the resources of the natural resources. Therefore, people in the layman words, we can describe sustainability in simple words, we can describe sustainability as using the products without harming the environment. Moving forward, how sustainability is incorporated in marketing is through a strategy called green marketing, which means that the company should use the product in an ethical and socially way, and it is not harming the product, and while they are earning the profit as well. That is to pay back to the society. There are some strata of the society which believes that sustainable products are useless, and they do not believe in such products, and they feel like consuming the regular products in their daily lives. But some researches shows that since the companies are promoting the sustainable products, so the people are going more towards the sustainable products since they are environmental friendly. So moving forward, with the critical analysis of the sustainability in marketing, people believe that people are becoming more aware of the concept of the sustainability, and they are consuming the sustainable products in their daily life. That's all. Now Shweta will continue from my.
Thanks, Ansh. Sustainability in operation. Sustainability in operation, it addresses issues like pollution control, waste reduction, recycling, reusing, etc. Some of the steps that firms take for implementing sustainability in operations are environmental management practices and green supply chain management. Environmental management practices, it has positive impact on firms' performance through product innovation and process innovations by reducing, as discussed above, by reducing waste management or by recycling. Green supply chain management. Green supply chain management, it covers all the phases right from the product design till the distribution. It also takes into consideration modularity and standardization. In green supply chain management, firms also try to implement this sustainability to their distributors, vendors, and even to the end users. Next, please. Critical analysis in sustainability. Firms have now recognized the importance of sustainability in operation, and efforts have been taken by the firms to implement in their regular business operations.
Thanks, Shweta. Now we talk about the initiatives taken to attain sustainability. Nowadays, firms are taking several measures to attain sustainability in their business models, of which few are the following. First one is triple bottom line, which is also known as green business, which states that in order to maximize profits, firms should consider the factor of depleting the environmental resources. Now moving on to another strategy that is known as corporate social responsibility, which states that when a firm makes any decision or take any action, they should cater the factors like financial, potential, and social impacts on all the different stakeholders of an organization. Okay, lastly, environmental management is a process that businesses use to cater issues like excess depletion of natural resources, fuels, and dumping of waste products. That's all.
Thank you, Nabil. Now we'll get on with branding and how sustainability is related to branding. It can be said that many brands and many companies and firms are incorporating sustainability into their business so that they can produce a brand image and reach out to various customers and making them realize that branding can influence their lives. It can also be said that by integrating branding into sustainability, they can grab attention of all the consumers which are not really aware of the concept and making them realize that it is very important for the conservation allocation of the resources. Moving on to the next slide, we can say that it is very important for the firms to manufacture sustainable approach, so that they can conserve their resources and maximize their profit in the near future. It is very important for the firms to reach out to all the customers, as I've already pointed out before, that to make them realize on sustainability, so that in the long run they know what sustainability is, and not only for the firms, they know what they need to do in their regular lives as well. We have already talked about the third point. Over the past few years, many companies are adopting various sustainable practices like promotion, campaigning, etc. But also, there, on the contrary, there are certain companies and people who think that sustainability is not an important to them and it's inconsequential to them, in other words, and they need to see what sustainability can do in the near future. For that, firms need to reach out to various people. Thank you. And now,
for the topic of the integrated framework, that is basically a module how the sustainability strategy we are working upon. So that has been divided into 3 steps. The first step is about making strategies. In that, what we find is that by taking the entire market scenarios, the strategies have been made for the sustainability methods that are to be used for the marketing or the production work. And then the next step comes, that's the operation. The operations in which this sustainability the method which we have been used, that has been taken care of and studied upon, and after that, on that basis, the certain changes have been made. And after the successful method has been produced, we go into the marketing of that, how we have used that sustainability as a sustainability concept in the production process, and that has been marketed to the consumers, with the followed by the branding of it. As we see the second step, in the second step, it involves moreover like getting a database for the management and the future managers, because due to which this could be help for the companies for the future prospects, as well as for the getting more consumers in the future. And if we see the final step, it is more about spreading the CSR activities that has been carried out with the sustainability like process to make that method more effective. So in and how, it's about creating a trust level among the consumers by putting up their CSR activities overall. And with the conclusion, I would like to conclude that, like, through this entire project, we have found out that how important the sustainability is. At the present time, if we see, the renewable sources are getting used faster and faster. In order to manage that eco-balance among all the future generations, we need the sustainability with a major cause. So that's all we have found out till now. Thank you.